Hi, everybody. How are you?
In the middle. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Right now, I want to bring one of the stars of this show to the stage. Legendary actor, Bokeem Woodbine, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
New York's own Harlem.
Harlem's in the building, indeed. Peace,
How you doing today, my brother?
I'm good, brother. How are you, baby?
I'm blessed, man.
Another day in paradise.
I guess my first question for you is, why are people so interested in the story of Tupac and Biggie all these years later?
I have a lot of ideas about that. One of them is that after they were assassinated, hip-hop just kind of fell off. It wasn't more than 2 or 3 years after Pac and Big were assassinated that hip-hop just took a real downturn, you know, and this is just my humble opinion, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their own mind about it, but when you start looking around like 2000, 2001, hip-hop just kind of got whacked. You know what I mean? Like, there's still some artists out there that are doing their thing. So I think that they really carried the torch. Like, they were kind of like the last great titans of hip-hop, in my humble opinion.
They're passing open the door for some new titans, though. You had the rise of Jay-Z, the rise of DMX, the South Rose.
But it's rare that, like, both of the top people in anything die.
That is very true.
At the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like 7 months of each other.
Right, like if Larry Bird and Magic Johnson just died.
You put Larry Bird up there as one of the top. No, Larry Bird's dope. Larry Bird is dope.
Yo,
in that era, yes,
hey,
Magic and Bird. It was all about Magic and Bird.
It was Magic and Bird. Count the jewelry, dog.
No doubt.
We care about banners out here, not dunks. You know? Wait, you don't think Bird is up there?
That's another conversation, baby.
Who do you put up there? Nah, this is important. Who do you put up there?
I'm more into the boxing
sense there's a racial agenda here.
I'm more into the boxing thing, you know what I mean?
I sense it might have to do with some skin color.
In that era, though,
nothing against Bird. Bird was dope. Bird was dope, no doubt.
Keep the same energy, my friend.
Did playing a cop investigating the Biggie case make you look at the case different?
Absolutely. There was so much information that we were blessed to receive from the cats that were actually on the case. And, you know, we really examined the case forensically. Like, we go beat by beat, moment by moment, in terms of displaying what really happened. And the case was so unique and so odd, and the serendipity and the strange coincidences that occurred. It's just remarkable. Like, a lot of the stuff that the audience is going to see, they're probably going to think that we made it up, but we didn't.
Yeah, you was telling me backstage, you was like, when they was water gun fighting with real guns.
That's real.
Yeah, he was like,
yeah,
that
really happened. That really happened.
That.
No, it's true. It's true.
First of all, there's no way Biggie had a Coogee sweater on in L.A. when it was 90 degrees. That's the only thing I don't like about Biggie and Pac.
Is they wear the same thing every single time?
So it's like so stereotypical.
Yo, you didn't know Pac owns 100 vests?
With the bandana. Like, come on. Biggie didn't wear Coogee sweaters everywhere.
Not everywhere.
I don't know about the wardrobe, but I know Pac had an arsenal.
Yeah.
Right? And
I believe that.
You know what I mean? And that day they got real high. And you know, they wanted to play like kids, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's the life.
Where'd you get that story from? Like, who did y'all talk to that gave y'all those little small details?
I couldn't tell you that. Anthony Hemingway would be a better person.
It was probably the pool attendant who was fucking freaking
terrified.
Out. Yeah. He just showed up. What the hell is going on over here?
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, but even if you look at that scene, there's a lot of cats in that scene. It wasn't just Big and Pac. So, you know what I mean? There were witnesses to the event.
Now you a New York guy.
Yeah, indeed.
But you and Pac were cool. And, you know, and you worked with Pac in the height of the beef. Was that difficult for you? Who remembers the I Ain't Mad At You video? Oh, you fucking millennials. Y'all don't remember this.
Thank you. That's what's up. Appreciate that. You know what? He had a lot of cautionary words for me. And there was a couple of cats when I went to L.A. that kind of looked out for me and made sure I was cool, because I'm New York, you know what I mean? And I don't understand the politics out there. I still don't understand a lot of the
street politics or the Hollywood politics, or
both, man.
Really?
Both. It's crazy how those things coincide.
Don't
you know
take
what I'm saying?
any meetings with Weinstein.
Word up. And end up catching a lawsuit.
Crowd. Okay.
But, you know, so Pac was very, very candid with me about, you know, where I should hang out, where I should not hang out, who I should hang out with, as far as this, that, and the other. But you know what I'm saying? I'm from Harlem, so my my brother sense, not spider sense, my brother sense is pretty in tune.
Yeah, you know you should be and shouldn't be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get a vibe as soon as you walk in the room. Sometimes you turn right around and walk back out. You know what I'm trying to say? But Pac,
that shit misses me sometimes, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be in the room like, yo, there's something interesting's about to happen in here. Let me get to the bottom of it.
Oh, crazy.
What you guys fighting about?
Yeah, that's some funny stuff. But what I was going to say is, yeah. So this is the thing about Pac and how we feel about the East Coast West Coast thing, right? From his mouth to my ears, he said, "I want to circumvent the cash flow. I don't want labels profiting off of us killing one another."
Ooh,
it really bugged him. It bugged him. Like, he was pissed. He was like, all these labels, blah, 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 blah. They making all this bread, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? What he wanted to do was kind of similar to how, okay, so let's say the government wants to legalize marijuana, right? They're really going to take the bread from the cartels and all these other cats that are profiting off of distributing the green, right? So what he wanted to do was similar. He wanted to bring everybody together and create peace. So if there's no beef, then you can't profit off the beef if there's no beef.
Ooh,
so that was his plan.
So what stopped that? What was the hindrance?
He got murdered, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to ruin the show. No,
I remember reading something that you said once when you was doing press for Fargo. You said that Pac told you he wanted to put Mobb Deep and Biggie on a song together or something?
He wanted to put Mobb Deep, Biggie, Nas, and himself all on one record, squash everything, and bring everybody together.
You know what's so interesting about that? I think about the fact that Pac recorded like 3,000 songs, right? If he really wanted to do that, I feel like he would have done it.
He would have made some time.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't he do it?
Because 6 months later, he was gone, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was, yeah. Because that's what the I Ain't Mad At You video seems so eerie. Because he got shot in it, he went to heaven.
Is this, you knew him with both testicles or with one? Not like, no, I'm just want to know if there was a difference in his, like, aggression.
Hey, we getting along real good. Let's keep it like that. We getting along real good. Let's just keep it like that.
That's a notable question to ask, you know? I feel like if I lost a ball, I'd be a little less aggressive. I'd want to come
He's a comedian, Bokeem.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
Okay.
He's really a comedian. Yeah. He's a,
okay.
His name's Andrew Schultz. He's a stand-up comic.
What I do here, I'm asking funny questions. Jesus.
Yeah. He's a
detective? What the fuck is going on?
No, what you need to do is get a T-shirt. You need to get a T-shirt that says "I am a comedian." Okay,
that's sad, right?
No doubt. You need a disclaimer, homie.
Yes.
Word up.
Never ask another man about someone else's testicles.
Yeah,
never do that.
That's a start.
Duly, note that to yourself.
But he did miss. He's missing one testicle, right? This is like known information, right?
I didn't know that.
How the fuck would I know?
He got shot.
I never heard that one ever in my life.
Yeah.
Am I mixing up him and Tom Green?
Oh shit! Damn.
Oh God, Andrew Schultz, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, I don't see color. No, I'm joking.
Now, what did you learn about Big and Pac's relationship that you didn't know?
That's a very good question, brother. Just how instrumental and influential Pac was with Big's, not necessarily his lyrical style, but just in general, Pac really helped him understand the game. Like what I got from working on the show about Big is that he was kind of a private person, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Aside from, the magnificent lyrics and the flashy kind of persona, he wasn't, like, if he didn't know you, he didn't really trust you like that, you know what I mean? So he wasn't necessarily trying to be all in the mix like that. Right. Pac was a little bit more outgoing and a little bit more enthusiastic about being in the public's eye and everything like that. But Big was a little bit more private. So what I gleaned from working on the show is that, pardon me, y'all, Pac really helped Big understand the game as far as celebrity is concerned. Does that make sense?
I didn't know that like it was actually really surprising to me that Big, at least in the show, kind of looked up to Pac and almost like Pac like little brothered him a little bit.
Yeah,
I thought that they were both on the same level. I didn't know that was their
Pac was definitely the biggest star before Big.
At that time.
But maybe a bigger star, but I didn't know it was like a big brother, little brother. Like, I mean, he even at points in time was like, dude, I'm just trying to do it just like you.
So Pac told him, you all about Versace, you copy my style.
Yeah, no doubt. It's real. And Pac was like that. Like, he was into helping younger artists, whether they actors or musicians or whoever. He really had a how can you say, like a big brother type of energy and vibe. You know, because he was only 1 year older than me, but he had lived so much life that I thought he was like 10,
40,
15,
right?
20 years older.
He was
than me.
25 when he died. Yeah, but
the brother's energy he was an old soul. He was just like he was just here to teach some people some stuff, and then it was time for him to go, I guess, you know.
Did you ever have a relationship with Big? I mean, of course we know you have one with Pac, but did you have one with Big?
Nah, I didn't know Big like that.
You ever met him?
I met him, but it was kind of it wasn't really a good meeting like that, you know what I'm saying? I was at a bad boy party, and it was like, yo, move, man.
Where were you?
I was just on the dance floor. I mean, he could have walked any way he wanted to walk.
Bro, he needs room.
He was like, yo, move, man. I was like, oh, shit.
But hold on, Bokeem, you've been out here for a minute. He didn't know you was Bokeem Woodbine?
I don't know.
You're like, yo, you never seen Scrap Big? Like,
I don't know, man. I don't know. But he had the Brooklyn Wolves with him. And, you know, I was about to say something. It was like 4, like, Brooklyn.
And nobody was like, yo, that's Bokeem Woodbine, chill.
Nobody said shit. Nobody said a goddamn thing.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I think he was just in a bad mood that night. You know? I don't know.
Was that in L.A. or out here?
I was out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think the LAPD actually knows what happened?
I don't think they care, except for a couple of them. They might know, but I don't think they really care.
Really?
Yeah. There's a couple that do. There's a couple that do that are invested even emotionally. Like, they really want to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, LAPD is pretty racist generally. You know what I mean?
Cops?
Like, yeah. Can you believe it? They were pretty you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, a lot of those cats, they don't live in the neighborhoods they police.
Probably.
You know? So for them, you know, it's a pain in the ass in their mind. You know what I mean?
That's interesting you say that, though, because from the first episode, I got the impression that, or at least your character and the other guy, y'all actually did care.
Well, that's why I say there's a couple that care.
Your character's a Biggie fan.
Indeed.
Do they get into that? How you are this West Coast police officer, West Coast guy, but you love this East Coast rapper? Do they get into that later in the show?
They don't display it as far as like East Coast, West Coast, but they do examine the fact that the cat that I'm playing really, really loves hip hop, even to this day.
But he specifically fucks with Biggie, at least in the first
Biggie.
half. Yeah.
Even to this day, he loves Biggie.
Yeah.
So that's all accurate. Yeah.
So you think there was never a sense of urgency for the LAPD to solve this case?
Not until they got hit with that lawsuit that Miss Wallace put on their ass, and then all of a sudden they wanted to try to.
Hey, $400 million is motivational, man.
Yeah.
That was interesting too, though. I mean, like $400 million will bankrupt whatever the police.
The LAPD.
The city would have took a major hit. They might have never recovered. You understand? So $400 million back in them days was at 97 was appreciation, but it's probably like almost $1 billion probably now. Like at least probably like 750 million. I was thinking.
Jeez.
At least.
I gotta sue you for you to do your job.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you understand? You know, when young black men die in L.A., it's not necessarily a big deal in those times.
Yeah. One of the most obvious things that was said in the show was, I think Biggie and Pac's murders are connected. Duh.
Right.
Like
softball. Yo, he delivered it like he thought of it himself, right?
You think maybe?
Jimmy, I got a Twitter beef with Jimmy.
Jimmy Simpson?
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah, I got to fight him.
What? Why?
Why you gotta fight Jimmy?
Why?
I don't know. He just says some slick shit to me, so I gotta fight him.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
That's the homie. He's a good dude.
Nah, I gotta fight him. Bro. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
man.
What he
I
say
gotta
to
fight.
you?
No, I got to, bro. I got to.
What'd he say to you?
He said I reminded him of a ski movie bully from the 80s. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fucking good. It was pretty fucking good. I liked it a lot.
By the way, when a comedian don't have no comeback, but I gotta fight him,
Bro,
it was a good joke.
It
on
was
that
very
comedian.
good. I was thinking of slick shit to say back. I stored like 8 tweets and didn't send them out, and I was like, nah, I gotta fight him. Fuck it. I'm not even. We're gonna talk about ski movies after.
Oh man, yeah, that's, oh my
How
God.
tall is he, by the way? What's he?
He's sizing him up. Now you want to size him up.
He
You
looks
wanna size him up.
tall in the show when he's standing up. He looks about 6 feet tall. Buck 80, buck 80, buck 75.
He's deceptively strong. That's all.
Don't say that. Now you're gonna
He
get
looked like just a regular cat, you know what I mean? But nah, he's
It's gonna be the
deceptively
Simpson
strong.
and Schultz
shit.
murder,
Oh,
part
God.
2 on
Jesus
USA,
Christ.
coming this summer.
Oh man,
But he's a nice dude, though.
He's a great cat, man. He's a great cat.
You should
man.
tweet him and apologize.
Word
That's what
up.
Bokeem's telling you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture of Bokeem and tweet him. Fuck you, then. Gang, gang.
We going to get Korean food next week. You gonna make the shit awkward, man. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think Biggie's murder was a cover-up from the LAPD?
Hot take about the home.
No.
You
I don't think it was a cover up by the LAPD.
You just think they weren't doing their job?
I don't think they cared.
Wow. So I guess it's good that Miss Wallace did file that lawsuit.
No doubt.
So are we going to find out what happens on this show?
Yes.
Hey, tell him what you were telling me but like there's forensic evidence. It's not a game.
Yo, we're not playing. There's probably about 5 to 7% surreality, like, you know, made up TV stuff.
Right.
But that's minimal.
That's light for a TV show.
That's
Absolutely.
pretty light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got names, we got places, we got dates and times, we got evidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what happened, man. You know?
Do you think this sets a precedent for other shows that look at historical events?
Yeah, I'm thinking about what's that documentary that they had with a guy went to jail, the
About
country white dude.
Oh, the
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Catch a murderer.
Making a murderer. Making a
How to Catch a Murderer. Whatever. We combining two
Catch
shows.
a
How to Catch a
Predator.
Predator and Murder. But y'all know what I'm talking about.
A precedent. I hope so. You know what I mean? Like, these are some of the same casts that were involved with People vs. OJ.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're hoping that Unsolved will be an anthology. I'll probably never be in another one, but the next one could be. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to guess, but there's a lot of unsolved murders out there that involve famous people. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to keep.
So
going.
the Making a Murderer doc that Charlamagne is referencing, one of the kids that went to jail actually was released from jail recently, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? The kid was a little bit slow. So I think he was released, and some people give credit to the doc. Do you think that it's possible that this investigation could get looked at again and maybe somebody could be tried?
I don't think there'll be no prosecutions, but there might be some persecution.
Wow.
There's some folks that's living that you know what I mean. The show might turn up the heat on them a little bit. You know?
Wow.
Do you worry about stuff like that? Because, you know, when you in front of the camera, it's never the director and the writer that get approached in press.
Yo, why'd you say that?
We know Bokeem. You think Biggie told you to move before? Puffy see you somewhere and be like, move.
Oh shit! Nah, I thought about that.
Yo, that is true. They could press you after that. I heard what you said last night on the episode.
But, you know, look, here's the thing. I'm from Harlem. You understand? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, there's a lot of interesting things that go into this case. I mean, the opening scene.
I wish I was from a neighborhood where I could say that.
Manhattan.
No, I'm from Soho. So you know what that means? I'll style that guy right up in a jiffy.
But the opening scene where Big is on the phone with his mom, and his mom thought he was in London, and, you know, he was supposed to be in London, and it was very ballsy for them to be in L.A. I never understood, why the hell were they in L.A.?
I still don't understand that.
And what is it? Is it bravado? What is like, I'm not going to cower to it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Word. Well, what do you hope viewers of this show gain from it?
I hope people get some closure. I hope people understand that, because this is something I didn't know. There were people that were really trying to crack this case, and that's something I didn't know. Because if y'all remember, it almost seemed like there was a media blackout right after Pac and Big were assassinated. It seemed like it just, like, you heard about the shit, and then that was it.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Do you remember?
Yeah.
So, that's one of the reasons why there's this lingering feelings and emotions around the case, is because we didn't really get it didn't get the attention it deserved. You know what I'm saying? So I hope people get some closure, and I hope people enjoy following the quest for the truth that these cats went on. Because they went on a real quest to find out what really happened. And I hope that people find it interesting and captivating, and that I hope that we have respected the dead and those that miss the dead. You know what I mean?
Right. Why now, you think?
Why not?
True. Bokeem Woodbine, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You can watch Unsolved, The Murders of Tupac and the Notorious Big, February 27th at 10 p.m. on USA.
It's every Tuesday at 2 p.m. You want to do the question and answer now?
Oh, yeah, why not? Let's go to the
you guys
audience.
have some questions? We're going to do a little question and answer. We got a couple microphones in the audience. What's your name, miss? Kristen is going to be one of them, and then Cheyenne is going to be the other one, and hopefully they'll run around and not fall and give you the microphones. So if you guys anybody want to raise their hand to start? Why don't we start with you right there, bro?
Oh, man, that was a dope show, Bokeem, man.
Oh,
I
thank
really
you.
loved the episode. You are around Pac, when he was, still alive, doing this, this film or a TV production. What did you come across that you were surprised that you didn't know about him, that you didn't already know, that you found out about him?
That's a great question. I would say one of the things that I learned about Pac that I didn't know, because he didn't talk about it when we hung out, is just how close him and Big were. It wasn't just like a passing friendship. Mm-hmm. They had a bond. You know what I mean? And Pac really loved Big, man. You know what I'm saying? And he really wanted to help him. You know what I mean? And somehow it got twisted up somewhere along the way. And I didn't really know that because we never discussed that. So that's what I learned.
I always feel like one phone call would have squashed this whole situation. If Big would have just picked up the phone, Pac would have just picked up the phone.
And if they would have gone on wax, like Pac was talking about, and put out an album, they would have deaded the whole thing. But you know, it is what it is.
Another question. Just feel like it's the West Coast over here and the East Coast over here.
Do you think the music companies didn't want them to squash the beef? There was too much money to be made between them?
I wonder.
Really?
What do you think?
No, for real.
No. I'm being for real. Straight up.
But they had so much influence within their own record labels. Why weren't they able to stop it then? That's why I'm curious. Because Big is right there with Diddy. It's not like Big can't. Big is calling Diddy at 5 a.m, like, pick up.
Money is a powerful motivator, man. Sometimes money.
Cloud judgment.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Peace.
You say we're gonna find out.
What's your name, brother?
Michael.
Michael, what's up?
Yeah. You say we're gonna find out who murdered Big at the end of the season.
We're gonna tell you exactly what happened.
So is this like public information? Can we look this up right now?
Yo, man, he's too
Like,
thirsty,
man,
bro.
This is what happens.
That's a
Too
very good
excited.
question.
That's why you got a cane.
You can't
right?
binge watch.
Question.
This is what
Broke your
happens when you
ankle
can't
being
binge watch
excited.
shows.
You know what I mean? You really, real talk.
When you can't binge watch shows, you're like, well, can I look it up? I don't got time for 10 episodes.
I don't
Just enjoy it every week, man, for real, and take life easy. What happened to your foot? What happened? Are you a Kappa or did you? Why is that an O? Because a white guy knows a black fraternity? Is that shocking?
We'll have to get you a bodyguard, man. No, but basically, I don't think so. I don't think you can pull it up like that. You know what I mean? You would have to look at a million different possibilities. Okay, so technically you probably could, but you would have to literally do your homework like all day, every day. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, most people are not going to be able to put it together.
Why don't you try to put it together yourself and then compare it to how they did it? Ooh, now who's the best detective?
I think I know, though, but the way you describing it, I'm probably going to be thrown for a loop.
I think everybody is, man. I think everybody's going to be thrown for a loop.
Because it seems like it should be real cut and dry, but clearly
Who do you think did it?
I thought Orlando Anderson did it. I thought they beat him up in the lobby, and he just pulled up later and got it done.
That's what they want you to think, bro.
Yeah.
I think it was Elon Musk.
Am I close? Am I close?
I can't say. You know, you're going to have to watch the show.
Okay.
Yo, this guy.
Any questions? Go back to the East Coast. My man right here.
How you doing, man?
Peace.
First of all, I'm really excited to watch the rest of the show, so it's really dope. So big ups to you, man.
Thank you.
I had two-part question. First is, you mentioned the producers are the same as the OJ on FX thing. And then the other one is, being that you knew Tupac, there weren't so many good reviews about the feature film. I felt very good about the depiction that the actor did on this. How did you feel comparison, seeing that you knew Tupac in real life?
That's a great question. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on that. There were a couple times when I was going on set, right? Like, you know, this show is very important to me, like every show, but this one was even more. So I was in the zone. Like, I wasn't even really watching where I was walking and stuff like that. Like, I was just in my own head. It was a couple of times when Mark, you know, the cat that plays Pac, like, he'd be like, yo, what's up, Bokeem? And I would look up, and for a split second, you know, it's hard to describe, but my head would, it was like I was looking at Pac. You know what I mean? So I think he captured the spirit real good.
Wonder why USA didn't use Gravy and Demetrius.
Gravy is Biggie?
Oh, Jamal Willard is his acting name. But that's who played Biggie. Yeah.
The guy who's always Biggie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what?
He is Biggie a lot, that guy.
Twice. He's been Biggie twice.
But I also haven't seen him not be Biggie. So
yeah.
But that's what he does. That's Biggie, right?
That's a good description.
No, he's really
I think
good.
they didn't use them.
Oh man. That's a question for Anthony Hemingway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not involved in the casting or whatever, but I think the cast they chose were perfect.
I like new Biggie. I do like 2018 Biggie. He's a nice one.
We got more questions on this side?
It's hard for us to see your hands. Yeah, all right.
What's up? My name is Chandler.
Peace.
What's up, Chandler?
Oh, you got the VIP box. I see you, bro.
This shit was lovely. The girl hooked it up over there.
Okay.
But
You don't have to go into private stuff, buddy.
Did you get a chance to meet Big's mother, like, during the process of making this show? And if so, how did she feel about it being so many years after his actual death? You know what I'm saying? When something like this coming out.
I didn't get to. The cat that I'm playing, Officer Darren Dupree, he did. And so I was able to get some information or vibration from him. And him talking to her lit a fire under him. Like, he, you know what I'm saying? He became obsessed, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was, you know what I mean? But him, you know, being a brother and, you know, it's a black woman that lost her son, you know what I mean? It really hit him in the chest, you know what I'm saying? And so, I didn't meet her, to answer your question, but, I got an understanding of how much pain she was in from talking to him.
Just a follow-up would be like, what about Tupac's mom? Did you get a chance?
I never had the blessing to meet her either. Yeah.
I always wondered, like, you know, it was always eerie for us to watch the "I Ain't Mad at You" video. How was it for you, being that you was in it? You held Pac in his arms when he died in the
it was. I can't even. It didn't make no sense, man. Because like I've done videos, right? You know what I'm saying? Like during the struggle times, you know what I'm saying, to make some bread. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Straight up, I'll do anybody's video, man. Vanilla Ice or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yeah, sure, Mr. Ice. You know what I'm saying? What time? You know, what time you need me to be there? You know what I mean? I would have done anybody's video back then. But so I understood, like, okay, you do the video, right? It comes out anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months later. The shit wasn't coming out.
Yeah.
I was like, why are they holding the The video, you know, in them days, I was very egotistical, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted everybody to see me and Pac in the video, you know what I mean? So that's why I was vexed. I was like, yo, fuck, when they gonna release this shit? What the fuck, you know what I mean? And then I finally put it out of my head, because the shit was taking way longer than it was supposed to. And then they put the shit out after he passed.
That fueled the rumors that Pac was still alive. I'm like, there's no way. Like, he would make this video and put it out after he died.
Yo, I still don't understand that shit, man. They held that shit for a long time, way longer than it never takes that long for a music video to come out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
This side?
It was a great show, great episode. Appreciate you being here.
Oh, thanks.
What's your name, man?
Peace.
M.A.
M.A., what's up, brother?
I'm good. So I was
Talk to us, bro. You going through it, bro? You having a rough day today, bro?
I'm good.
What's she say to you, man? What's your girl say to you, man?
Just got out of work. I'm out of it. But I always wonder with these timepieces, like, how do they do the casting? Like, is it by happenstance? Like, how do you get around to getting that call? And also, do you guys have access to the actual police files, or is it just like you put two and two together and say this is probably how it went down?
I lucked out because I worked with Anthony Hemingway on a pilot in 2016, and pilot failed. But then he called me and said, "Do you want to work with me on a show called Underground?" I don't know if any of y'all saw that, but it was a dope show. Yeah. Underground was a dope show. It's a shame they took it off the air. But anyway, so he was like, "Would you like to be on Underground?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" And then right after we wrapped out of Underground, couldn't have been more than like maybe a month and a half later, my agent was like, "Yo, Hemingway wants to talk to you about something." And I was like, "Oh man, it's probably reshoots, right?" And I don't have anything against Savannah, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? It's good food out there, you know what I mean? But after 6 weeks, man, I was like, "Yo, damn, I gotta go back to Georgia, man. Shit. Oh man." So I was like, "Yo, peace, what's good, man? Yo, we gotta do reshoots." He was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Well, why are you calling?" He was like, "I want you to be in this joint about Pac and Big." I was like, "Yo, we just finished working together. That's crazy." And the reason why it's crazy is because
have some confidence in yourself, Bokeem. Jesus Christ. You did a good job, man. You're a great actor.
Oh man, no, but no. But you never work with the same cat. I've never had a director ask me to work with him 3 times in a year. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to Michael B. Jordan's Life with Ryan Coogler.
Word, he got it good, right? He's got it pretty good. But that's because he's a great actor. It's because he deserves it. But what I was going to say is it just blew my mind. So I was like, "You want to work with me again?" He was like, "Yeah, man, come on, let's do it." So that's how I got the gig. It was just like, they handed it to me, you know what I mean? As far as the case itself, we didn't just, make stuff up. We had one of our executive producers was a cat, Greg Kading, played by Josh Duhamel. He was there every day. You know what I mean? So he had the intel, and at any given moment, we could just go to him like, "Well, do you remember this happening? And how did you feel that day? And blah, blah, blah." You know what I mean? So we were lucky that we could reference him like that.
I have a question real quick. Have you ever played someone who's still alive? Because this guy you're playing is still alive.
Yeah.
And you've done that before?
Oh, that's a very good question. I don't think so.
Now, my second question is, how much Bokeem do you put into the character, and how much do you try to, display who this guy truly is?
I'll never tell.
But you know what I mean?
Just playing.
Like when you're doing a random character, you have the freedom to create whoever it is.
I won't tell. Okay. I won't tell.
All right, fair enough.
Do you think you know too much about this case right now?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Even like just even with street stuff, you probably like, I know too much. I don't want to know all of this information.
No, I stay in the crib nowadays. You know what I mean? No, I'm playing. But everything's cool as far as like how I think people are going to react or whatever, or process the role I played and everything like that. It's not something for me to worry about. It's a very easy kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing like one of the wolves, you know what I mean, or I'm not playing anybody that was involved directly in the assassinations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm cool with that. I think people are gonna really be entertained by watching the minutia of detail, like just the beats and really breaking down the investigation, because it's been held from us. Like it's been like behind the screen. You know what I mean? Like we haven't really been privy to the knowledge of what happened. I think that's gonna really blow people's minds.
Yeah, and you keep referring to them as assassinations, so that lets me know that maybe they were planned, they were orchestrated professionally.
Just gonna have to watch the show, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let's take one from over here.
Oh.
How you guys doing?
Peace.
What's your name?
Melton.
Melton, what's happening, brother?
Not much.
It's been a rough day for a lot of folks, huh?
So, the only thing, like, I love the episode. The only thing that kind of bugs me out is the last scene when they're, like, playing in the sprinklers with the guns. Like,
you didn't like the score? You thought it should have been like
nah, it's not that. I'm
Drake
like
playing or something?
I'm all for the Black Boy Jordan shit, but where y'all get the intel for that?
I couldn't tell you, but they kept stressing that shit really happened. It really happened.
I just want to let the record show. I asked that question earlier. You wasn't paying attention. Okay,
yeah.
All right.
I felt like I answered it already. Man.
I don't have any knowledge of how someone would know that. That being said, if I was a neighbor,
Oh, definitely.
and I heard some loud music, and I was like, well, what's going on over at Pac's house today? And then I saw a bunch of dudes with AK-47s just pretending to shoot each other. I'd probably keep that in the back of my head in case anything happened. Just saying. Just me personally,
doubt.
you know.
And if you remember, it wasn't just Pac and Big there. There were witnesses to it. Like,
Right,
you know,
even
if you look at the thing, you know what I'm saying, there was a lot of people there when that happened. It's a legendary story.
Yeah, I saw Little C's in the credits. Somebody played Little C's. Yeah.
No doubt.
Listen, man, y'all make sure y'all tune in February 27th, 10 p.m.
Every Tuesday at 10.
Every Tuesday at 10 on USA. Make some noise for Bokeem Woodbine, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yo, thank you.
Thank you for
very
coming,
much.
man.
Yo, thank you for
guys
having
for coming out,
That's
man.
what's
Thank you
up.
so much,
Thank
man.
you.
Appreciate
Thank
you
all.
guys.
Peace be unto y'all.